Welcome, Mandor. Welcome back to Off the Reel Avengers Infinity War. This will be the discussion portion of the episode. If you missed our spoiler-free review or our spoiler review, you can go watch them somewhere, probably at the end of the video. So we gave it an 8.3 out of 10. Solid. Just gonna kick it off. Do you think that an 8.3 is a letdown rating for this film? Do you think that an 8.3 is less than what this film? I'm not trying to say do you think it deserved higher. I'm trying to say, do you think an 8.3 makes this film a failure?
No.
You don't think it
if it was like a 7, I'd be like, okay.
If it were like a 7, that's the cutoff. Like, it has to at least be good.
When was this? When did it first come out?
Avengers Infinity War?
Yes.
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Okay, so like, I personally think that for how new it is, it should have been higher. I mean, because are we talking about us personally?
This movie should have been really, 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 really good.
Yeah, it should have been, yes.
But we said in our personal, me and Carson both gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, obviously here, when we're sitting down doing the review, it's going to be less. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
So,
but do you think that it being on a professional review, do you think that an 8.3 is... Do you think the film kind of dropped the ball a little bit for how epic it was supposed to be?
No.
I thought it was so epic as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just a couple of questions left over. We've all established that Thor was our favorite character in this movie. I guess we haven't talked about why, though.
Because he's a beast.
I mean, Thor, to me, is the main protagonist of this film. It begins with Thor, and Thor's the one that buries an axe in Thanos' chest at the end. Thor, other than him, maybe Iron Man.
Yeah, it's either him or Iron Man. Well, yeah.
But I lean more towards Thor, just because he began the film. Thor, when I was kind of going along in the film, and then when Thor came in with his new axe, and just started wiping the floor with all of those dudes, that was where I got into it.
Yeah. That was great.
And then, Thanos finally gets the last stone, and Thor's like, bruh, I don't care. Fuck you. I will destroy you.
He's such a beast.
That was pretty lit.
Yeah.
Segueing off of that, though, should Thanos have died in this film?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He dies, you don't have a second movie.
I don't give a shit.
Plus,
look, Marvel can always make another movie. Try out a new villain.
Because then, think about everybody that died.
Exactly.
You want to be able to bring him back.
It's permanent now.
You want to be able to bring him back, and you want to really, because think about the Black Panther, Spider-Man, they just completely destroyed where they're going. So that would have been stupid on their part. Because there's why would you just go ahead and do the Spider-Man movie? What was the point of that? What was the point of this Black Panther movie literally 2 months before?
Deaths hurt more when you cut it off in the middle of a story arc.
But it's that's not what they're trying to do. It's they.
I know it's not what they're.
They're literally beginning.
That's what they should have done.
Marvel's trying.
They're at the beginning of their another phase. Why would they completely kill all those people that are in this phase?
Look, excluding the specific people they killed, I'm just saying that this movie would have been a more complete product and would have been better if Thanos had died in the end. Either if he had succumbed to his wounds from Thor, because the dude has accomplished his goal in life. And him staying alive is just Marvel saying, oh yeah, we'll be back to reverse all of this in the next film. And it's like,
like
it
what,
kind of takes the stakes out of this film.
like what would his goals be afterwards? Because now he's just sitting there in hiding, sulking about.
Yeah, now he's...
I mean, he already said
Now
that.
he's just sitting.
I mean, he already
Who
said
wants-
that. He just said he was going to watch the sunset and stuff.
Yeah, I got that. Like,
So it's like...
boom, boom.
But think about it. Think about how stupid it would be. He gets all the stones. He's the most powerful being literally in the universe, and then he dies.
That'd have been perfect.
Thinking about how stupid that is.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been a very poetic ending.
That would have been that would have been retarded on my part.
Why would he want to live?
How would he have died? Who's gonna kill him?
He
Thor.
took an axe in the heart. He was dying.
And then he just
And then he killed himself.
because he's got all the power in the universe.
Yeah, but that's
So
not
for
what he
him
wanted.
to
That's
just-
not what he wanted to use it for, though.
But he's not gonna die. He's not gonna let himself die.
Why the hell not? What about his character says, "I'm too good to die"?
He's a Thanos. He's Thanos. That's why.
Yeah, just
He doesn't want to die.
Thanos doesn't have an egotistical mindset.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't want to die because then, like, when everybody, he's just gonna want to do all that again to restore balance. When like, I feel like he was just gonna do it again.
I'm gonna talk about that later.
So
But yeah, no. So I just or think about this. Think how like nice it would have been if like Thanos snapped his fingers and was looking at the sunset, and then he turned to ash. He was in the half of the universe that he erased.
that would have been.
badass.
That would not have been satisfying at all.
That would have been poetic.
That would have been retarded.
You just don't want Thanos to die so that everybody can come back
No,
in the
it's
next
not
movie.
even that. I want
He misses
better,
Black Panther.
I want a better fight.
What's gonna be the end fight? He gets stabbed after they take the gauntlet from him. Yeah, that's cool.
No, because he got all the stones, and then he came, and then he left. That was it. That was literally the end. We didn't get to see him with all the stones, really. We didn't get to see him fight.
That's
Thor.
all he wanted to do with all this.
We didn't get to see him fight Thor. Hulk.
We did. Thor
Marvel.
put an axe in his chest.
Okay, but like, one
End of
throw.
fight.
One,
Thor,
no, bro, that would have been retarded.
Thanos.
That would have made this movie. That would have put this movie lower than 8.3.
If Thanos died at the end,
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
I
I would have given it. I would have given it the point for plot.
It
If
would
Thanos had died.
It would either stayed at 8.3 or I would have put it lower.
Because like to me, Thanos living is just Marvel doing what it always does and having a way for
Plus, then the heroes would have won,
half the universe died.
but Thanos still died though.
And
Wait, okay.
that's not the heroes winning.
Because think about it.
More
There's
than
still a
half
threat.
of their friends. No, there's not a threat because he's not going to do anything now. He's just going to go look at a sunset.
And then do it again.
Not immediately.
But still.
Maybe when the population grows
It
back
was
to what
just-
it was.
It would have just been like...
All right, question. What do y'all think?
It just cheapens it. I'm not go on.
If Thanos would have died, what do you think the post-credit scene would have been?
Exactly.
I thought that post correct. I
Exactly.
saw.
I know you thought it was dumb. I know that, but like, what do you think it would have been? Because they obviously
Thanos
got to
died.
do
Nothing. You can't do anything after that. There's no other phase you could do.
But look,
There's nothing you can
how
do.
great would it have been if this was the Marvel movie that didn't have a post credit scene? It just ended there.
And then the whole MCU.
It would be so much better
So-
of a punch. There would have been more weight to the film.
So, no more MCU.
There's
From
still
this.
an MCU
How?
there.
Who?
Look,
They
man,
killed every part
I'm
of their
not.
phase.
I'm not saying they had to kill off those specific people. Like they could have killed off
I'm saying
a
that's-
ton of people and still continued on, and it would have been the black spot. It would have been the dark horse of the MCU. It would have been awesome.
No, because
It would have had weight to it.
But they did kill everyone.
And they're just gonna undo it in the next movie.
They killed everyone in their phase. So if they would have just said,
Look, I'm not. What if they didn't kill those specific people?
but they did. That's the fact.
Just so they can bring them back later.
We can't
How riveting!
We cannot. We can't talk in hypothetical. Like what if
Thanos says at the beginning of the movie, "No resurrections this time." Well, you're fucking wrong, Thanos.
He was talking about Loki.
Just wait 1 year.
He was talking about Loki.
I know he's talking about Loki. It's like, oh, we're not bringing back Loki anymore. Yeah, but you're gonna bring back half of your universe you just killed.
Think about it. How that would have been retarded. No more MCU. They can't do anything like that because they would have just killed their whole phase.
Look, man.
Or you're gonna have another Thor movie, another Iron Man movie, and they don't want to do it
I
anymore.
want another well done Thor movie, not Ragnarok.
That would have been.
I want Thor to
retarded.
end on a good note.
That would have been retarded. They would have ended MCU.
Look, no, I'm saying like, look, what if What if they had killed Captain America?
Yeah, think about it.
What if they had killed Iron Man? What if they had killed... Let's get rid of Bucky again,
think
too.
About it. It's what if.
I'm just saying, it would have been better. If they killed more select people, they left their going forward people and a few select others. Like, if they... I'm not saying we have to kill the same specific people, but I think the movie would have been better if they had made it in a way that Thanos died at the end.
Yeah. I still...
And they close the book, move on to a new phase. No post-credits scene. Like, period. Like, half the universe just died. Thanos won. The threat is done. There's nothing they can do about it. Period.
No, I think...
They have to move on with what just happened to them.
No. Because think about it. You have a 2.5-hour movie. He gets the stone for 1 minute and he dies. He has the most power. He has the most power
and he accomplishes what he wanted to do with it.
And then he dies like
his
that.
entire goal in that movie, he accomplished it. He has nothing more to do with the gauntlet. He doesn't want to do anything more.
For him to die when you have the most power, like you have all the power in the universe, just to die in 1 second.
Yes.
That's retarded. That's so stupid.
In the movie Logan, his goal was to get what was that little girl's name? I can't remember. Lara. His goal was to get her away and make sure she's safe from like what was going on, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that was a bad movie because he died at the end?
No, but he didn't have all the power in the universe, did he?
But he was so strong as fuck.
He was dying.
Well, okay, but
literally before he got stabbed, Thanos has all the power in the universe.
Clearly
and he
not,
accomplished his goal.
Because Captain Marvel's about to wombo combo him back in time.
But he accomplished his goal. That was it.
But still, for him to die just by one...
So you're just mad that he could have died when he was the most powerful being. What if Thor had hit him in the head? Then he could have died. I mean, clearly he's not...
I'm saying...
Clearly he doesn't have all the power. He's not invincible.
I'm saying the length of it. Just for him to die in 1 second. All this...
But he still accomplishes what he meant to do.
All of this hype about the Infinity Gauntlet, how powerful he is, and then he dies in 1 second.
Still killed half the universe.
We don't get to see more of that.
50% of all life that exists everywhere is now dead. And so is Thanos.
That would have been stupid.
That would have been right.
I don't share that opinion. Well, let us know what you guys think. Should Thanos... Are we right? Or is he right and the movie was perfect in every way?
Yes.
You wanted to clarify as to why Hulk could not come out for the entire movie.
Yes, because like that just I mean
I get where you're coming from because it's kind of stupid.
Because that's weird. Well, one in the other movies, it's never been he just makes it happen. It's always been when he gets angry.
Yeah.
And they've sort of changed that up a bit. Lately it's been like he can make it happen.
Yeah, basically. It's like Hulk has the decision to come out.
Yeah. So is Hulk his own different person?
I mean, I guess that's how they're going with it now, kind of. Is like Hulk is his own thing. It's like a split personality kind of thing that's not triggered by anything except for his will to do it. Basically, he just tells Hulk to come out and Hulk come out. It's not about anger anymore.
I feel like he couldn't got angry enough though. He just didn't. He wasn't in the right circumstance.
I mean, he was getting the like when he was in that suit, he was getting the shit beat out of him.
It wasn't making him angry though.
Maybe
I don't know why.
I mean, maybe
they should have.
Maybe if he had actually gotten taken out of the suit, maybe he
when his life was like
if his life was truly in danger, or if he died, because Hulk comes out when he dies.
I mean, there's been other movies like. I can't remember which one it was. It may have been the third one or second. Hulk. When he was up in when they were like the military comes up and they had like the sound wave, the trucks with the sound wave guns and all that, and they threw it was just tear gas. All it does is sort of like make your eyes water and throat burns, all that kind of stuff.
Incredible Hulk.
What?
You're talking about Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Okay, the first one. Yeah, they threw that in there, and it wasn't like his life was over just then. It was tear gas. And he gets angry, boom, he's the Hulk. It doesn't make sense to me how it didn't come out this time.
I mean, I guess Hulk refusing to come out because he got his booty beat by Thanos. I guess it's simple as that, maybe.
Yeah. And it was Thanos that he was scared of facing Thanos, like in that one scene where he was in the
Thanos
suit.
wasn't there.
Yeah, Thanos wasn't there. He was just like,
I don't know, maybe he decided that, like, Banner was safe enough in the Hulkbuster. I don't know. So, what was your worst character in the film?
oh god,
I'm gonna go with Vision.
how dare you?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
Yep.
Because he's an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I think it's that one scene where he gets mad at
An idiot. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. He's
I mean, like, he's a kind of silly, dumb person, but
he was just
he's not a dumbass.
Yeah.
And in that one scene, he was just
Like, I get you're angry about that, but, I mean, you know that just holding on a second until that glove is off, you have a better chance.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. But Vision's a weenie in this movie.
Yeah, he is.
Like in Civil War and in Age of Ultron, like Vision is the G, except for against Scarlet Witch. Like Vision is OP, but like in this movie, like he gets stabbed in the beginning and just never recovers. Like just 100% is just nothing in this movie.
He's old. Old as shit.
He's like a few years old, but okay.
Oh, that's pretty old to him.
That's pretty old.
There's cat years, dog years, all that, and then there's Vision years.
Vision years. That man's like 9,000 years old. Yeah, I can understand Quill being your least favorite, though. So, what were some things you liked about the movie?
Anything?
Yeah, just like what were some things you really liked about it?
I already told you this, but like that one scene where the one right before Quill lost his shit and started nailing Thanos in the face. The whole plan they put together where like just how it was executed, I feel like everything with that was perfect. I loved it.
It's pretty cool.
It had me on the edge of my seat.
My thing... Yeah, I'll get into that in a second. What did I like? What did you like?
I like Thanos, Thor, all the action. Like that final battle on the field of Wakanda. That was really good.
I liked the Proxima Midnight fight on that field. You know, and she gets thrown up into the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Scarlet.
yeah.
I was like, damn. I like the Hulk versus... I think he's not called the Black Dwarf. I don't remember what the big guy's called.
I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, I like the Hulkbuster fight because like when he like shot him up into the shield and he was like,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you got messed up. And then I did like the alien scene where he like busted open the thing and like
Yeah.
the Ebony Maw was just I was like, whoo, good one. I didn't like Corvus Glaive's death though. It was basic.
Who's that?
Corvus Glaive is the one with the one that kept trying to kill Vision the entire time.
Oh.
He just got stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
Very predictable.
They had to get rid of him somehow. They were getting tired of him. They're like, we've used you enough in this film.
What did you not like about the film?
What did I not like?
Why are you looking at me? I had something that I had a problem with.
One thing I had a huge problem with is, like you said, the Quill scene.
Yeah.
There were so many ways to avoid that.
That was probably the only thing I didn't like about the movie was when he got angry.
That was, yeah.
And that was probably my only...
Dylan did point it out. I'll let him talk about it, but like what he's about to say about all the different things that could have happened, that when he mentioned that, it just...
Like, Stark has like, all of them saw that shit was about to go down there. They were like, Quill, don't. Stark has hyper-intuitive nanotechnology. Could have been like, okay, back up. Spider-Man could have like, web, get away. Doctor Strange could have just whisked him away. Like, anything. There were so many...
Yeah.
Or Doctor Strange could have used the time stone, stop time. They could have just gotten the gauntlet off of him, and then Peter Quill could have beat the hell out of him for a couple seconds. Like, so many things that could have been done there that they had the power to do and the brain to do. And they didn't because they needed Thanos to continue being OP.
I see your problem with that, but like it wouldn't have been a movie. It would have just stopped there.
I get that it wouldn't have been a movie, but like,
so like it had to happen that way.
you could have had that plan fail in another way than, oh, Peter Quill is dumb enough to get stupid and punch Thanos in the face right when they're about to win.
I feel like either way, it would have been somebody who's being stupid.
I feel like there's a better way to
probably was
have
a better
them
way,
fail
but-
there. Like that was stupid, and it really knocked.
Maybe Doctor Strange, because you know how he saw all those. All those.
I mean, yeah, I get
futures.
that.
Maybe he was like, "This needs to happen."
I just don't get it. Like,
Well, no, because they
would have had the gauntlet.
they still lost that, so maybe that was one of the situations.
Well, but I'm sure doctors either. My thing is like
because
the theory is
the
that
winning is
down the
long
road.
term.
Yes, I know. I got that.
That specific.
Yeah, I got that. Like, my thing though is, do you think, and I'm sure I know your answer for this, but do you think that he truly did see the one situation in which they win, and it was in this long term, like, eventually we'll come back and beat him?
Yeah.
Or do you think he was
Maybe
lying about seeing that one? Maybe there was no possibility of them winning.
No, I think he saw it.
Maybe
Because when, like, right before he went away, he was like, to Stark, he was like, this had to happen, or like, this needs to happen, or something.
Yeah.
It's like he knew.
So there was no other way.
Yeah.
What makes Tony Stark so important? I guess we'll find out.
What do you mean?
Shut up. Well, because he had to trade the stone for Tony Stark's life.
Yeah.
So Tony Stark is clearly, like,
A part of that future.
he's going to be what saves the day.
Or maybe it's just
So do you
maybe it's
think
just butterfly effect.
if he's going to be the one, do you think that he still needs to die in the next movie?
Yes.
You can
Are
say
you
the
just
day
saying,
and
are you
die.
just saying
It
that
is-
because you don't like him that much?
You can save the day and die, like when you accomplish killing half the universe and then go out like a G.
That was him just being a bitch. He was like, man, I feel bad now. I'm gonna go sulk.
It's perfectly okay to accomplish your task and then die.
He's like, man,
You know,
I
when you
feel
have
bad
the
now."
most power, like all the power in the universe.
See, that's
You die in one
basically
second, you know,
that's
it's okay,
basically you could have either killed him off and had this badass ending, like, you know, he died and all that because Thor was being a badass, or they could have done exactly what they did and been all like, you know, Thanos being all sad because he feels all bad.
He's not sad.
He feels bad.
He's not sad. He's watching the sunset. Happy.
No,
But the scene, like the flashbacks he was having, or dream, whatever you want to call it.
With Gamora.
Yeah, I mean that I feel
I'm
like
sure he regrets that, but I think overall he's feeling pretty good about himself.
I feel like that
It
one
cost
thing.
him everything.
I feel like that one thing may have been the one thing to like set him off, and he was like, "Shit."
It cost him his main fangirl, Ebony Maw.
Sad.
see, if we would have
sad
saw
news.
more of Thanos with all of the Infinity Stones, like halfway through the movie,
Here we go again.
then I would have been like, okay, that's fine, kill him.
We saw him with like 4 or 5, like
We didn't
for the
see-
entire movie.
We didn't see him with all the power in the universe though until the
He
end.
didn't have the Mind Stone.
He got it.
Yeah.
And what is it?
What is the
what did
Mind
it do
Stone
for
really
him?
gonna do
Yeah,
for
what
him?
did it do for him?
But you have all the power in the universe and you die in 1 second.
Look, man.
He basically had all the power in the universe with the other 5.
Yeah, like
Basically,
once you have the Time Stone, you basically have all the power in the universe. Time Stone's like by far the most OP of any of those stones. By far, time is OP.
Did I say that my favorite character was Thor?
Yeah.
I actually got to take that back.
You can't take it back.
I take it back.
You can't take it back.
Yes, I can. Watch me.
Because
My favorite character, actually, and I was talking to Dylan about this yesterday. This is the first movie I saw him in. But it was Doctor Strange.
Mm.
I actually really like Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange
is probably my number 2. I don't know. There was really no other standouts than Thor for me. What do you think of Peter Dinklage?
Who?
Peter Dinklage as the dwarf.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird to choose Peter Dinklage for that role, but that's whatever. It's like, we need a midget.
Mm-mm.
Let's get the famous one.
Let's get the films.
Let's get the one that everyone knows.
They couldn't choose Vern. He died recently.
Oh, you're right.
Rip. Mini me.
Rest in peace. Any more questions you want to throw out there? None?
No.
Really? Oh, I got something. So, Thanos' first appearance, 6 years ago, not 10. The line is, like, to challenge them is to court death. And Thanos turns around like, hey, man, courting death is what I'm all about. Because I'm in love with her. Like, I am in the comics. But, like, this movie, different Thanos.
Well, we didn't really get to see Thanos, though, in 6 years ago.
But I'm just saying, like, it's very clear that he is in, like, same as the comics, he's in love with death and wants to satisfy her or whatever. It shows that he has those same motivations in that very short...
Even though he just smiled?
Yeah, because just the line, to challenge them is to court death, to marry death. And he's like, well, that's what I want to do. And it's just like, change.
Yeah.
Like, totally different motivations.
I don't feel like you can draw
Yeah, dude,
all
you
that
gotta do
motivation
it.
from one smile.
I mean, considering the fact that that's what his motivations are in everything else, like, ever.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make a good movie, dude. You gotta change some people up, do it.
I just
Make Iron Man.
thought it was weird that, like, Marvel completely changed their direction with Thanos. They were starting with.
Next time, Iron Man's gonna have a shield. Captain America's gonna have a suit of armor.
He already has a suit of armor.
He's gonna have Iron Man's suit of armor.
Oh, one more thing I want to talk about. That I said I was going to talk about. Thanos is a dumbass.
How?
Okay. So, he has all the power in the universe, right?
Oh, I know.
Could literally do anything he so chose. And his philosophy is that finite resources, like everything is finite in the universe, and we're using it up. So, instead of killing half of us, which does not solve that problem, and just delays it a little bit.
Why didn't he create more resources?
Why didn't he create more resources? Dumbass.
Yeah.
Because he's also in love with death.
Well, clearly, I mean, that doesn't come up in this movie, so we can rule that out.
I mean, I guess technically, according to Thanos, you could rule that out, but who else in the world? Hitler didn't even take out half of the population. Well, listen to a couple million Jews.
Not of Germans he didn't, but of the Jews he did a pretty bang-up job.
But then Thanos came in, he was like, alright, there's like...
But it's just like,
8
that
billion-
that
8
clearly
billion
does not solve the problem that you see. Why not just create more resources? Or, since you have the power,
I don't know, though.
create another parallel universe to put that half the population in.
Oh, half of the universe is a lot.
I just feel like...
That is a lot.
I
But
just
like,
feel
once
like-
the population grows back to that point, you're right in the same spot you were.
I mean,
I
it'll
feel
take
like-
a while. for
It'll
that to
take a
happen.
while, but the situation's still there.
I feel like
Yeah,
he
but-
himself would not feel satisfied if he didn't do what he did. Like, just creating another universe, letting them live, I feel like
Just make more resources.
I just feel like that's a whole satisfaction kind of thing. He wouldn't be satisfied with himself.
Well, he's a dumbass. Putting it down. Great villain. Low-key a dumbass. Alright, so I think that'll wrap us up here. Let us know what you thought about the movie. Let us know if you agreed with any of our points, or if you agreed with Isaac instead.
Which I know all of you will.
Tell us what you want us to review in the future. Any follow-up questions you have about this movie you want us to answer maybe next week. We're reviewing Star Wars next. And then I think we're doing another food episode, maybe pizza. Or Pop-Tarts. I don't know. We'll see. And then after that, we should be doing Deadpool 2, correct? Is that when that comes out?
I think so.
We'll
Maybe.
see. It might be 3
be,
weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, so like, share, subscribe, share. If this is your first video you're watching and somehow you made it to this point and you're never going to watch us again, subscribe anyways. We would appreciate it.
You don't have to turn on post notifications. We really don't care. Just subscribe.
Stay toasty.